If you want to become successful, there might be infinite ways, but there are some defined ways to failure. And you know what's the worst way? To never start. Okay, so I can't be advising you to do certain things that will make you successful. But what I can do is share my experience, share my story, and share my opinion and the things that I did right and the things that I did wrong according to me. So speaking about my story, let's get back to 2020. Stuck in the middle of lockdown, I had a lot of time in my hands. The obvious way to pass time to me was watching YouTube videos. So when I used to watch these YouTubers create content, script it, shoot it, edit it, and create that stunning video, I always aspired to become one of them. But here's the point where analysis paralysis comes in. For those of you who don't know, analysis paralysis is a condition where someone spends too much time thinking or over-analyzing or overthinking a situation that can cause forward motion or decision making to become paralyzed. In simple words, you have an idea, but you're so involved in refining the idea, in analyzing over the idea, that you never take action on it. And you don't convert that idea into a reality. Although I wanted to start a YouTube channel, but I would always think like,
मेरे पास तो कैमरा नहीं है, महंगी लाइट्स नहीं है, बेस्ट स्क्रिप्ट कहाँ से लाऊंगा? How will I win with confidence, man?
And 1,000 other questions like these. And this is what I believe was stopping me and stops a lot of other people from taking that first step. But always remember this. Your first video will be terrible, your first blog post will be terrible, your first newsletter will be terrible, your first podcast will be terrible. The first piece of anything you do will always be terrible, but that first piece will unlock you from becoming better over time. If I look at my example, if you take my first video, not that confident, zero speaking skills, not the best script to start with, not the best edit I've done, but I published it. Video after video, I kept improving, and after every video, I would note down all the feedback that I would get and the points that I could improve on and act upon them and make the next video better. I don't say that I make the best YouTube videos out there. No, there are many other creators who make better content than me, but I can definitely say that I create better videos than the Sarthak who had already started in 2020. That's growth, and that's what I am chasing. If you're still confused and thinking that analysis paralysis and planning are the same thing, hold on, let me explain. Planning is about thinking about your goal, paving a way through it, which might be accurate or not, but you just start moving on that path. But analysis paralysis, you're so involved in making the best idea, you want that perfect road till your goal, but it doesn't work that way. In analysis paralysis, you'll never start moving on the path. So even if you have created the best path till the road, if you don't act upon it, you'll never reach your destination. You'll never reach your goal. So here are some quick problems about analysis paralysis before we start discussing the solutions. Low productivity. Studies have repeatedly shown that high pressure and anxiety producing situations lead to lower performance on cognitively demanding tasks. Number 2, decreased creativity. A recent Stanford study suggests that overthinking not only impends on our ability to perform cognitive tasks, but also keeps us from reaching our creative potential as well. Number 3, lower happiness levels. Research suggests that whether you are a satisfier or a maximizer, it can have a huge impact on your happiness and well-being. Now that we have already talked about problems, let's talk about solutions. How do you think that we can overcome analysis paralysis? One simple word that is easy to say but hard to do. Execution. Executing your ideas is the go-to solution to analysis paralysis. And I get it. You cannot execute all the ideas that you get then and there. But what you can do is this simple hack, which is to write down that task or idea that you want to execute. Writing down your ideas will obviously help you in order to execute them later on in the future if you can't right now. What is more important is taking that idea out of your head. because if it stays in there, it'll definitely get killed. Research suggests that you become 42% more likely to achieve your goals and dreams simply by writing them down on paper. When you're talking about dreams and goals, the most difficult part is always getting started over there. The first important step to gather up the courage, to pick up the phone, shoot that first video, edit it, and most importantly, putting it out there. That was the most important step. If I would have been stuck in that analysis paralysis, do you even think that even that little percent of growth that has happened, that I have experienced, was it even possible? You have to execute your ideas, you have to execute things if you really want to make that into a reality. That's a simple truth, I guess. Believe me, if ideas created results, there would have been thousands of Amazons, thousands of Apples, thousands of Microsofts. But what if Jeff Bezos would have been stuck in that analysis paralysis and would have never started Amazon? Imagine, what would be his net worth today? That's the difference between idea and execution. So if I had to give that one CTA for this entire video, it would be grab that paper, write down all your ideas, write down all your goals, and then list all the efforts that you know, list down all the tasks that you need in order to get there. Be productive. If you want to know how to get productive, watch this video over here and convert your dreams into your reality, because that's what matters. That's Arthak Vijay signing off.